Hello and welcome back, Transformer TCG fans. It's Power Master Summer. Originally, I thought about releasing so many every Thursday. Forget about it. I want to get this out there as quick as I can. So maybe every couple of days, I'll when I get a video ready and able to present all this for you and go over them as quick as I can. With each video, I'll be dumping what I'm revealing into the Dropbox. Right now, only got characters in the Dropbox are Galen and Sorgan. That's it. So, and then I also was noticing in my introduction, part 1 to the Power Masters, I left out Intercooler and maybe 4-stroke also. But Croozer had a blurb. I'm like, I got to fix that. So I got him fixed up. So let's start with the Autobot side. Look at, and a lot of these are brand new characters that I kind of came up and made loosely based on motor types and whatnot. So 4-stroke Power Master, inline 4 Cybertronian 3711. That's what he's going to turn into when he gets KO'd. He is a Battle Master with the melee trait. He's a 3-star with 1 attack, 3 health, 2 defense. He doesn't have any help abilities, no bold, no tough, nothing like that. So here is 4-stroke. When he gets a Battle Master, begins in bot mode, can't flip. When KO'd, play its upgrade side. He turns into the inline 4 Cybertronian 3711. Not sure where I came up with that, but he is loosely based on an inline engine. He has no hands. I did go over this guy in the introduction. So a utility that's simply going to give +1 to attack and +1 to defense. But when you put this on a character, you may draw 1. It can be anybody. So 4-stroke is a nice. I have him as an uncommon on here that he's going to be able to give you some draw power. Once he's put on a character, whether you're it's your turn or your opponent knocks him out. Crank 1, he has crank 1 when at least orange black. I have when at least is. I think that needs to be R. When at least orange black are flipped for battle, flip 1 more. So crank 1, flip 1 more when these two, at least these two color pips are flipped for battle, attack or defense. So you're definitely gonna have an aggressive deck with this guy that's gonna give you extra draw power when put on a character. Again, when this is on a character in alt mode, it cannot flip to bot mode. Maybe that's why I left off the mode. I just put it cannot flip to bot, because if I put in the word mode, it puts it down on the next line, and it just stacks it up even more. So, sorry about the verbiage here, but it just looks better that way. But if I do put mode and period, it doesn't look too bad. I'll leave it at that. Inline 4 Cybertronian 3711. So we go from 4-stroke, just going straight down to the next one in alphabetical order is Croozer, who is a Battle Master Specialist, 3-star, 1 to attack, 3 health, 1 to defense. So yeah, both of these are 3-star characters. Maybe they should have the same stats. 4-stroke has 1 more defense. Croozer has 1 less defense, but he does have tough 1. So he has. So maybe that was the give and take I was given with Croozer versus 4-stroke. Croozer is a specialist. He turns into the Cybertronian 84 rocket. So he's going to be knocked out pretty quick too. So you're probably going to want him. Like I said, that's sort of the opposing strategy for Power Masters against the original battle masters, who you normally want them knocked out first. Get them knocked out when you want to. I guess. But you know, it's trying to add a little different challenge, if you will, to get them to be triggered kind of when you want to. And it may not always be when you want them to. So I was trying to go for something a little different. So he's going to turn into the Cybertron 84 rocket. Excuse me. So he does look like he would kind of going for the old toys, something simple with like some like jets on the back and the air vent on the hood. When you put this on a character, you may scrap a card from your hand. If you do, repair one to a character you control. So that's not much. It is some repair, but again, you're going to need someone to repair for when this guy actually gets put on. Repair one to a character you control. It can be the character he's being put on, so it doesn't matter. Just someone on your team. He is going to give anyone equipped with the Cybertron 84 rocket plus two health. That's it. When it comes off, that health is gone. He has crank 2 when at least 2 white pips are flipped. I always have is on here. Are flipped for battle. Flip 2 more. So crank 2, flip 2 more when 2 whites are flipped. So when you flip 2 whites, you're automatically going to get to flip 2. You have on this 84 rocket, you can flip even more. Flip 2 more. While this is on a character in alt mode, it cannot flip to bot mode. I just have bot. What does it do if I add mode? This one I may have to leave out. This one I may have to, because it bumps that text almost into the gray part of the card. So I'm gonna it cannot flip to bot. It means bot mode. Okay. These guys are text heavy. We already went over Galen. Let's look at HiQ. HiQ is a 4-star with, I have him with 1 health. What does Rev look like? Yeah. HiQ needs more health than 1. Let's give him 3 health. 2 to attack, 2 to defense. HiQ is a Battle Master. He's one of the few with actually 3 traits: Battle Master, Leader, and Melee. And he turns into the 6500 Genrai Generator. Fans of this character and mixing the lores together or universes together might get a treat out of this, because he does still turn into a Power Master. That's what he is. He's one of the few or only ones with focus 1 in bot mode. When he gets KO'd, he turns into the 6500 Genrai Generator. So when you put this on a truck, draw 1, then plan 1 if you can, because of the nature of when they are knocked out. Now, also depends if you have cards in your hand or not. You're going to be able to draw it. If you plan 1, you don't have to. Remember, plan is always a Mother May I. You can or you don't have to. Normally, if your opponent knocks this out, you're going to be on the defense, so you're going to be able to plan 1 for defense. If you don't have much of a hand, you draw 1, and maybe if this might be, I don't know. I'm really trying to mix up the decks a little bit, but you may want to have an aggressive deck with this. Crank 1, because he only does have crank 1. When at least white, orange are flipped for battle, I have R here, flip 1 more. So, once you flip white, you flip 2, you flip your normal 2 extra, crank 1, flip 1 more. Should it be more than that? But he is a Power Master that gives +2 health to whoever's wearing it. It doesn't have to be a truck, but if you put it on a truck, like an Optimus or an Ironhide or a Trailbreaker or Big Truck, we even have some female Autobots that are trucks. Oh gosh, we have a lot of trucks. Motor Master, etc., etc. And Motor Master is pretty interesting. mixed in with other characters, other than just having just Stunicons. Of course, if you're playing all Stunicons, you don't have enough stars for these guys anyway, if you're sticking to a 25-star diet, okay? So you'd think I would have given HiQ a little something better. He does give him draw power. He does give extra health to a character on him. So that's 3 Autobots. Let's move to 3 Decepticons. We've already looked at Dyne. Let's look at Electrostatic. It's a Power Master, and he has the Uwacon generator. He is a melee traded Battle Master. He is a 3-star with 2 attack, 2 health, and 0 defense. He does have Pierce 1, so he'll get a little bite on somebody. The Uwacon generator. Okay. And again, you can see the look I was going for these guys. Yeah. It's okay. So when you put this on a Decepticon, scrap all upgrades from a character and draw as many armor scrapped. And I just put a character. So yeah, you can scrap your own characters, upgrades. You can scrap one of your opponents. It doesn't matter which. And then you can draw as many armors scrapped. So you're probably going to be wanting to scrap armors. Whether you have extra paddings on one of your characters or maybe extra paddings on an opponent's character. Again, you're going to try to want to get this guy to be able to get knocked out later in the game where they have some armors on, or you have some armors on to get some draw power. Okay, draw as many armors scrapped. If it's just 1 or 2, then it's just 1 or 2 in a character. Okay, a character. He has Crank 1 because that is a pretty nice little ability. So Crank when at least black, white, or flip for battle, flip 1 more. While this is on a character in alt mode, cannot flip to bot mode. And the Uwacon generator, this one's kind of nice. I kind of gave him kind of a rare designation for what it's worth, but he's going to give +2 to attack, +1 health, +1 to defense. Is that too much? I don't think so. He is 3 stars. He does have a lot going for him. Gearbox is up next, who is the 86 Diesel Countershaft, who has the melee trait in bot mode with 0 attack, 2 health, 2 defense, and bold 1. When he gets KO'd, play his upgrade side. So his upgrade side is the 86 Diesel Countershaft. There we go. And I was kind of thinking a little bit of like a cassette, but with sort of like 2 big vent fades. And yeah, I put it upside down as well as the Decepticon symbols on purpose. I thought that was kind of neat. I'm trying to mix things up with the views somewhat. And so when you put this on a tank, you may scrap an equipped armor. If you do, draw 2. And it doesn't have to be, let's do this. I'm sorry, I try not to type while I'm recording. So you may scrap an equipped armor on a character you control. If you do, draw 2. So, you know, this guy's going to be not quite as like Electrostatic. Since Electrostatic has some good, stats. This guy, the 86 Diesel Countershaft, when you put it on a tank, +3 to defense. Wow. So you can get some draw power, but you're going to have to again scrap an equipped armor on a character you control to draw 2. So it's very similar to the Uwacon generator, but the Uwacon generator you can scrap armors or upgrades armor upgrades for draw power on your characters or even your opponent's characters. You're probably going to go for your opponent's characters. Again, you just can't be near the beginning of the game because you want some people to get their upgrades on. You or your opponent get upgrades on their characters. So, you know, this guy's pretty fat as well. Crank 2, when at least black and blue are flip for battle, flip 2 more. So he has a crank 2 with Pierce defense decks. Is that what we would go for with tank decks? Maybe, maybe not. But there's that. Mix it up. Even if you're not putting this on a tank, you're going to be giving anybody +3 to defense, which is nice. Pierce always gets to the defense, unless we have, something like sturdy to help knock that back, or what is it? Hidden cover, heavy cover, which can just a secret action that stops all Pierce. So there's that. That was Gearbox. Let's save that guy for another time. Manifold, we'll end with Manifold here, who is in bot mode. He's a 3-star battle master with the melee trait. Most of these have melee traits, but I've mixed it up a little. Originally this guy was called something else. I can't remember which. I'd have to check one of my old videos, but I really liked the name Manifold. He's a little too colorful for a Decepticon, but I thought that was fine. He does kind of have a purplish helmet there, and oddly enough, this bot mode reminds me, especially in the face of how I used to draw a friend of mine in a comic for high school for our tuba section. I don't know why. So anyway, +1 to attack, 2 health, and 1 to defense. Very low stats. And he doesn't have anything else either. Let's give him 3. He doesn't have 3 health, 1 to attack, 1 defense. So, either way, he's going to be kind of knocked out pretty quickly. He turns into the Cybertron 6.L leader, Lampretti. I'm probably butchering that name, but let's look at it. And I started with drawing the engine on this first, and then the bot mode. This utility is going to give a character equipped with him +1 health and +1 to defense. When you put this on a character 7 stars and up, you may play another upgrade for turn. When you put this on a character 6 stars or less, I put below, let's put less, you may draw a card. And then he has crank 2, and I just put crank 2, green, for battle, flip 1 more, because I was really running out of room here. And if this would leave the battlefield, put it in your KO area instead. I don't even have... Let's see here. Okay, I squished it all in here. So the when you put is all run together. I did have it in 2 separate sections, which just made it even bigger. So when you put this on a character 7 stars and up, you may play another upgrade for turn. When you put this on a character 7 stars or less, you may draw a card. Crank 2, green for battle, flip 1 more. So while this is on a character in alt mode, it cannot flip to bot mode. I was able to squeeze that in. That's what was missing. If this would leave the battlefield, put it in your KO area instead. So there is Manifold. So we did get to go over 6 new characters. Trying to do this as quick as I can, 20 minutes, that's not bad. So we looked at 4-stroke, we looked at Croozer, we got him fixed texturally. Then we looked at HiQ. Then on the Decepticon side, we checked off our list here. Electrostatic, Gearbox, and Manifold. We didn't look at Dying because I did a couple of videos where I went over Dying and I forgot that that's not in this series yet. So we'll have to look at Dying next time. No rhyme intended. Well, to catch you next time, thanks a lot, Wheelie. Have not just a good day, but a great day. Part 3 coming soon. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. More Power Masters to come. 6 more under our belt. And as always, Autobots, flip out and let's roll for it.